Hello everybody, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today's video is going to be about Palantir. I was up working last night until like 2, 3 in the morning, going through articles, seeing what I can make videos about today, and just doing general research because I want to always buy something when it comes to the stock market. And as I was going through it, I found this really crazy article by The Mirror. Now, The Mirror absolutely hates Palantir. And the funniest thing is, all of these haters can absolutely suck it twice, really slowly, because every time they hate on Palantir, they actually bring up some really good points about how amazing Palantir is. Now, it's no secret that Palantir is trying to get this massive NHS contract, the National Health Services of England. And this massive contract is worth a minimum of £360 million, which is the equivalent to like around 430 million, something like this. This is for a 5-year contract. However, a lot of people, including myself, believe that once Palantir is working with the NHS in the total capacity of the federated data system, that is gonna be extremely difficult for them to go anywhere else because Palantir just works. It literally works. And we see this time after time and time again that Palantir in actuality, not in theory, works. It does its job, it does it well, and it's very difficult to find anybody that can even come close to doing anything that Palantir does, especially catching up to Palantir once Palantir is actually inside of your organization. Because of this, a lot of these people that hate on Palantir, and I'll explain to you why, always write these articles, Palantir's taken over, Palantir's taken over, completely 100% ignoring the fact that Palantir actually does amazing work. They actually help whatever organization they're working with, whether it's private, whether it's public, whether it's a hybrid, whether it's military, non-military, domestically, abroad, Palantir just works. And we see numerous, like endless examples of Palantir literally just working. Palantir needs to get this contract. Palantir has been working with the NHS for quite a while. UK is going through a health scare right now. They are understaffed, their staff is underpaid, and they have a healthcare system that's literally on the brink of collapse. For lack of better words, it sucks. It is free healthcare, and I don't live in the UK, but I've traveled abroad many times and I see a lot of people going for like medical holidays, and I speak to a lot of people that I know and who live in that area, and they're saying that our healthcare sucks. And a lot of people are going to private healthcare because the public healthcare, sometimes you have to wait 6 months, a year, I don't know, for big procedures, and it sucks. But it is free. They need a way to make this work faster. They need a way to make this better and more efficient. In comes the new prime minister who took over, the woman who took over Boris Johnson's place. And the entire UK is in turmoil right now. Rishi Sunak, I'm mispronouncing his name, I apologize, is the prime minister. One of his pillars when he came in is, I'm gonna revamp the NHS. I'm gonna make the NHS better. And I put away billions, would it be, plural, of pounds to revamp the NHS. This is including this new federated data contract and including some pay raises, including just redoing a bunch of things. So now you have around this £360 million that needs to go through a company, a software company that's gonna make the NHS better. All right, good. And I'm getting somewhere here, guys. I'm getting here. Remember the article? I'm gonna read you the article in just a moment, and I don't think anybody reported on this. I actually posted this last night at like 2 in the morning. So Palantir is trying to get this contract with the NHS. Palantir already has tens of millions of dollars in revenue coming in from the NHS. So they are a front runner to get this contract. As a matter of fact, they should have already gotten the contract, but there's so much red tape. Rishi Sunak goes up and he starts talking to the NHS like in front of like an auditorium in a university. And he says, hey, our system is broken, but I am committed to making the system better. And he then brought up software. And he says software can make our lives a lot better. And he actually named Palantir Foundry, literally he said Palantir Foundry is doing a fantastic job reducing wait times by 30% in Westminster Hospital. Okay, Chelsea, Westminster. I used to think it's 2 different hospitals, somebody corrected me, 1 hospital. 30%, guys, 30%. Literally life and death. And there was another article where they were saving lives by getting cancer patients, terminally ill cancer patients, in to see the doctor, average 2 days earlier. 2 days is huge when you have cancer, right? 2 days is literally the difference between life and death. So in actuality, Palantir is very much saving lives. Palantir started hiring the highest level NHS officials, and they're now working for Palantir. At least 2 officials that we know of. They poached them, and they now work for Palantir. And everybody's like, oh, this is unethical. Yo, give me a break. Shut up. Shut up. Yesterday, I read this article from the Mirror that apparently the same lobbyists that work for the Prime Minister to help get him elected is the same exact lobbyist company that works for Palantir. Now, I'm going to read you this article in just a moment. I find this so interesting and so funny that Mirror is throwing us all these little breadcrumbs while hating on Palantir. And I'm going to read you the article, and just keep in mind, automatically they call Palantir the spy company that is founded by Peter Thiel, who is a large donor and supporter of Donald Trump. It's always like that. Palantir is not an amazing company. Palantir is not the company that can do so many amazing things, that can save lives and defending our country, defending your country, and literally works. No, that's not what Palantir is. Palantir is defined by being founded by a guy called Peter Thiel, who is also a personal friend of Donald Trump and a huge donor of the Republican Party. Do you see how absolutely absurd this is? Now, I'm not trying to get political, but you gotta admit that is freaking absurd. And I read it to you every single article. Every article that comes out from that side always calls Palantir spy company, founded by Peter Thiel, supporter of Donald Trump, friend of Donald Trump, supporter of the Republican Party. It's like, whoo, it's absolutely insane. The bids are due this month. They have like 20 days left to put in a bunch of bids. And as per the Prime Minister, Sunak, he says, listen, we have a lot of red tape and we need to make an open bid process. I made an article about this before. I made a video about this before. So you guys all heard that one before. Hopefully we're gonna get an answer in the next 6 months, and hopefully Palantir is gonna get this massively much needed contract. And if not for the red tape, if not for all this bullshit, and if not for these people who actually want to save lives, Palantir would have already been there, because Palantir actually works. They allow you to use your data. They don't take your data, they don't keep your data, they don't see your data. Palantir allows you to comb through your own data and actually make that data useful. Transformative, and I don't say that word lightly, transformative, because that's what Palantir is. It transforms you from mediocre to extraordinarily exceptional, because it transforms you from mediocre to extraordinary exceptional. And that's the difference between Palantir and everybody else. NHS very much needs Palantir. There is no other answer but to have Palantir help the NHS. They will not do it without Palantir's help. And that's a fact. Let's go over to my desk right now. I'm gonna read you the article, but before I go any further, I have a link to my Discord down below. Please feel free to join the Discord. It's absolutely 100% free. Some of you guys know, some of you guys don't know. I do have 5 different channels. I have a crypto channel, which we talk about in the Discord, the stock channel, of course, a real estate channel that I talk about my own personal real estate properties, a side channel, side hustle channel, and economy. We talk about all these things in the Discord and is absolutely 100% free. No paywall. Let's go over to my desk. I'm going to read you the article. The article was written by The Mirror, and I guess they're talking about this gentleman right here. Exclusive. Rishi Sunak's lobbyist election guru represents U.S. firm bidding for the huge NHS deal. That's fantastic. The PM brought in lobbyist Isaac Levito to help with election strategy, but the Sunday Mirror can reveal his firm, Fleetwood Strategy, lobbies on behalf of Palantir, who the PM praised warmly last month. They're trying to make some connection here that there's some effery going on. Let's keep reading. And this article literally just came out. A lobbyist Rishi Sunak hired into his inner circles, representing a U.S. firm bidding for the biggest private contract in NHS history. I find this is a good thing. You can hate as much as you want, but this is fantastic for not only for Palantir, but absolutely for the NHS. Campaigners fear the firm co-founded by Donald Trump's donor, Peter Thiel, is in pole position to bag the $360 million contract to create a central database for all NHS patient information. Yo, like, why do you have to say Peter Thiel, a donor of Donald Trump, Peter Thiel, a supporter and friend of Donald Trump? Why does it matter? You rather people suffer. You rather have a broken system than to award a contract to a company that is well-deserving. Last month, shortly after Mr. Levito started advising Mr. Sanook, the Prime Minister praised Palantir at a public event. And they're making it seem like Palantir shouldn't be praised, like there's no reason for the praise, like it's unwarranted. Instead of saying, hey, maybe Palantir just freaking works. He praised them, not saying Palantir is great. He said Palantir reduced wait times by 30%. This is not like some, smoke and mirrors. No, they actually freaking work. The data supports that Palantir actually works. And this is what I don't understand about these people. It's absolutely insane. During a question and answer on the NHS in January, Mr. Sanook said that the firm was doing a really good job at helping tackle the NHS backlog. Palantir is already contracted to the NHS, having been among the big tech firms to team up with the health services to ensure vital medical equipment was available to facilities most in need during the coronavirus outbreak, just like they helped with PPP and vaccine delivery in the United States. But let's see where it says having been among big tech firms, plural. It's not just Palantir. So yeah, Palantir started working with you, but there's a reason why you keep working with Palantir. Since 2020, Palantir has secured more than £37 million in contracts with the NHS and the Department of Healthcare and Social Care. And meanwhile, Palantir has been steadily hiring former government officials. Shout out to Palantir for being smart. Harjeet Diwali, Deputy Director of Data Services at NHS England, joined the firm in June. A spokesperson from Palantir stated Diwali would not be working on any NHS projects related. And this is what Palantir has to say. We're proud that we're helping to reduce the care backlog, cut the time nurses and doctors need to spend on administrative tasks, and speed up cancer diagnosis, all while rigorously protecting data privacy. Most importantly, we are seeing promising results, including at Chelsea and Westminster NHS Foundation Trust, which, as the Prime Minister said, has seen a 28% waiting list reduction. Guys, at the end of the day, Palantir had such an amazing run-up after the earnings. It did retreat a little bit. If we can get this NHS contract, which I wholeheartedly believe not only we will get it, but I also believe that Palantir is going to do the right thing. Palantir is going to help people. They're going to save lives. They're going to make you more efficient. Then Palantir's rise should keep going on and should be steady. We'll see what ends up happening. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about articles like this and what you think our chances are of getting this NHS contract. And while you're down there, please click on this link as well. I have another video for you to watch full of fun, entertainment, and education. Thank you and have a great day.